Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas's offense will get the first crack at it here. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the pass.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone, and that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking for space, it's Foster. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
He's got him, and they convert. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Longhorns are on the move. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Can't get him to the ground. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the running back has it. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Using his feet. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
4th and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be knocked down. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on second down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And the Longhorns have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground in the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive. You take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take...
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. On the ground, it's Foster. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Makes the grab down the middle. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Texas! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He wants to throw here on second down. Snares it outside. It's Santiago. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Third down play from the gun. They're trying to get to it. He's going to take off. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds and no gain on the play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on first down. On target to the left. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, it's nice to have guys like this on third down, on money downs that you can go to, and you know he's going to win. Hit the gas, hit the brakes, create a little bit of separation. Nice job.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Wants to go up top. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Using his legs, it's Foster. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. Bulldozes him. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Here comes that Alabama offense, looking for a productive play on 1st down. Give to the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Unloads it left. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Here comes the Texas offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Comes out throwing on first down. Gonna take a shot. And he pulls it in at the 15. Touchdown, Texas! And once he got loose, it was all over. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Snapped it in the shotgun. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Texas 33, Alabama 16.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They're bringing heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
He wants to pass it on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Handoff to the lone back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Foster. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. The give and tick, 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 tick. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got it down the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dime.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Now on the move. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Rockne and Leahy, this has not been a blowout in South Bend today. They're up by 7 over Navy. We'll circle back if any.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Now, thanks to that gamble and failure, a chance to tack a little extra onto the lead late. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. This is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
And they tacked on the extra point. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game. You just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is doing.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. On second down, he'll fire. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next week.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. He'll start this drive firing. And they got him for the sack. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He wants to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. After this, it'll be a wrap. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.